So I don't know. Well, I was in the middle of talking, but I had to free up space on my computer, which again, that blows me away. That blows me away because I was saying that I had to free up space. So, and again, as I'm doing this here, I'm looking online and there's a bunch of like opportunities for me to like get a job in the regular real world again. And I don't mind that. Like I like that, and it's just confirming all the things that I'm saying. Because I don't. I like working. I like doing things. I like putting myself in situations where people feel like I'm helping them and that they're loved, and that somebody can see them. And guess what? As I'm talking and telling these stories, I'm releasing with my own self too. And it's cool that I can see that. It's cool that physical things like that can happen. And I don't see it as a bad thing. Oh my God, the long videos. Oh, I messed up on all my space. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's a good thing. Just deleted a whole bunch of videos just to prove myself like, wow, I've been really putting in this work. And guess what? I'm still going to keep doing it because this allows me to feel productive. But when I'm done with this, I don't want to talk all day. I mean, again, it's not that I don't want to, but again, there's a part of me who want to go eat. There's a part of me who want to use the bathroom. There's a part of me who want to go walk. It doesn't want to just sit and talk all day. So again, this is the chaos of our own selves. Being able to do things, live life, and see things in a certain way. But in seeing it that certain way, we can see different ways. And just like I was explaining when we had to differentiate between what we're deeming to be beautiful or something within our own eyes, we got to understand that separating things is the best way to find the reconciliation. Because there's no everybody is a 10. But when you ask the question of what's your face value, or things like that, that is not the same of what's your overall value, what's your nurturing value, what's your relational value, what's your romantic value, what's your sexual value. That's not saying the same things. It is so important to understand the differences between words, but more so the differences between what you interpret those words to mean. And this is why I love teaching that last social studies class. I love teaching that because I taught them all about not just history. We jumped into the sciences of social. So we had jumped into our economics, jumped into our civics, we jumped into our litigation, we jumped into our people interactions, we jumped into our history as well. But having all of those things come out really inspired the kids to see more and do more. Just like I'm hoping I can help you do the same thing. So, because of that, let's actually get started on the reading now. I don't know how these videos are going to render, if it's going to come together or not, but we'll see. This shirt here was one of my first shirts that I ever designed. I love this shirt. It's called Intensity Works. That was going to be my branding for my clothes, and it's just the fact that am intense. But it always starts from the inside, which is where the inspiration comes from. So the tense feelings that you have on the inside of you, it will help you if you put it to work. Just like I know all the aspects about getting money and putting it in places, I just don't have because I don't have the support. Like if I had an accountant or a banker, I will be more than willing to just do what the fuck they said. When I had a trainer, it's not like I couldn't be trained or couldn't train myself. No, I just didn't want to write my workouts, and I wanted her to tell me what the fuck to do. Same thing with my boss, man. When we bought firearms to go shooting this shit. Bro, you do this shit more than me. Just tell me what to do. There's times where you just want to be told. You just want to be the student. And there's other times where you want to be the teacher. In the case of helping people see, helping people be, helping people change and grow, I want to be that teacher. But in the terms of making money and being the king of pentacles, I don't really care about that. I'd rather be the king of pentacles on the emotions. Let's make sure you can see how your emotions are real, how your feelings proliferate this reality in real ways. So tell me what to do with this finance shit. But again, I'm not stupid because I have an MBA, bro. I know fucking finance and shit. I've read and taught kids these things. There are kids who were making more money than me because of the shit that I taught them. Again, as Kaylin Bowman says it in her last video, some people have different resistance layers and levels to certain areas of their life. And so if you are not understanding yourself first and you're trying to compare yourself to other people, then you are not going to understand your own method, strategy, and pathway to that same goal. So again, I have I'm like super wealthy, bro, in my emotional capacities, my intellectual capacities, my spiritual capacities, but I'm not super wealthy in my finances. I'm not. I never have been. Even when I'm around people, I again, because I'm a good manager of wealth, I make things grow. But if I was just going to go out there and do it for myself, no, because I don't say no for certain things and I say yes to certain things, and then those aren't good. I don't have the capacity to just do the negative things that bring tolls on my mind and on my body like some people can. And guess what? They do. I don't have the certain mindset to lie to people, and I don't have the mindset to manipulate people. I'd rather teach them how to manipulate themselves to not feel like they can be manipulated by others. It's crazy. It's the exact opposite. But again, there are certain skill sets that are required. I'm a competitive person. I'm the GOAT in certain aspects. But again, because I don't care to demolish people, I don't care to put people in their places. I understand that I'm better than you at this, but you might be better at that than me. I don't care to do so. So when I'm putting myself in a position to like compete, understand it's there because I want to do it for the sake of the fun of being in competition. Like being in competition with myself. Sometimes I gotta lose to myself, man. And sometimes I win. That is what you gotta start to understand when we're talking about temperance. Little gifts for yourself, but at the end of the day, big changes for you in all ways. So I think I'm gonna have to put something up. Yeah. Sorry about this. I'm trying to find where the light coming from, and I can't. The light's everywhere. Did that help? Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's get this reading going. All right. Judgment. So, let me get this. I did my prayers, but get another one going. Yeah, man. I'm a strategic mind. So, I've been applying for marketing jobs because I want to get into marketing so I can learn how to better market myself, which is a wonderful, wonderful lesson expressed in Think and Grow Rich. Again, I've been trying to not get jobs just to get a job, and I've been trying to not get jobs that are just going to keep me in the same spot that I just left. And I'm trying to find jobs that will allow me to step into learning new skills so I can apply them for myself in a new way. That's what I want to do. So I've been looking for marketing jobs. I realized that I don't have a problem like being in that job and doing the roles. The problem is that they want a motherfucker in there for like 8, 5, 6 years with experience. And a lot of people are kind of stupid, bro. Again, and when I say stupid, I'm saying they're non-versatile. They're one-trick ponies, they're specialists. And so when you get people in HR who are specialists, guess what? They're just looking for, does this match, does this match, this match, it doesn't matter. They're not looking to see how things translate from one to another. So with that being said, I am a strategist. I'm a wonderful strategist and manager. Why? Because I've been having to manage fucking classrooms full of people. Any boss, go try to be a teacher, and I promise you they'll fail. Again, I know how to do spreadsheets and numbers and all of that shit, but I had to do other type of paperwork in the classroom. I still got to analyze data. And so when people see teacher, they don't understand business, but they don't understand that every teacher is managing their own business. We call this fucking classroom management style, but when your teacher is in there doing their own thing, their own way, that's the same exact way they will be planning and running their business. So I'm a really good analyst and strategist. I can know how to put things in place. That is what I'm hoping I can bring myself to a more financial gain. Whether that's analyzing you, helping you get through your life goals, your personal goals, or your professional goals. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to bring to you and say is that people don't take the time to learn about others. They don't care about you. They don't care. They care what you can do for them. And so because of that, I know I can do a lot for people, but they don't believe it because of the simple fact of my resume shows other. But I have a pretty awesome resume. Again, it's variety. Again, because it doesn't show that I've been doing certain things for a long time and people assume that that is the only way you can get that experience, I'm waiting for somebody to give me a new chance. Try something new with me because I have so much more to offer than anybody else you can hire. Because I have learned everything that I've been doing outside of having that real world broken experience, which that does matter. That does matter. But it doesn't matter more than the ability to overcome an obstacle like a tower moment. And if they only have one way to do it because they've only been taught one way to do it, me needing to speak to a classroom full of kids in a certain way to get them to learn a certain skill when I have different people at different skill levels, I might can take a book or a note out of that book and then help you with your problem. For the simple fact that nobody even thought to try it this way when it's obvious fuck to me. If the kid can't do it this way, try it that way. But that's not in our strategy to do so. Put it in there then. Contingencies. I'm only speaking this way so you can understand that you are so much better than what the fuck your circumstances might say. This is why I love the Five of Pentacles. Nobody knows, bro. I don't really like the Five of Cups. What the Five of Cups says that you can come together with yourself, but then that means that you can take the good and the bad parts of yourself, and that is what we're taking to that Five of Pentacle energy. Doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm open to change and exchange, but I got my solid foundation, and I got two pentacles in this cup, and I got two pentacles in that cup, and that creates a nice strong four foundation, and that creates a nice strong blending of what we call unification of yourself, or the Lover's card. These are aspects that we can appreciate. Again, if you don't appreciate them, understand that you got to learn how. I love this card because it's the first card that ever popped out for me, but it took me a while to even recognize this. I am so rich in so many places. I'm the Nine of Pentacles and everywhere else but one. So I'm learning how to value all of those other places, and I'm not even afraid to ask for help. Other people are afraid to take chances on me because they don't feel like they're good enough for me. I come off strong, bro, and I come off like I know what I'm saying, and I do in a lot of areas. So people feel like they have nothing to offer me. Just like the last girl that I fucking dated. And I was super into her because of how I loved watching her with her kids. This is a co-worker out of school. I love watching her with her kids. I just loved how all the kids loved her so much. And I liked when she used to get mad because she didn't want to get mad. But she was so nonchalant most of the time that it turned me on to see her exude that emotion. So, but again, she was a young girl focused on young girl shit, right? And she had different traditional values. So guess what? Devil, those things didn't pop up or mesh the right way. And we didn't weren't good for each other, even though I thought we were. Even though I felt she was able to be more of herself with me than with any other person. But again, it's because I pulled the emotions out of her. Outside of that, nope, she just wanted to go fuck, get money, and do all the other, young girl shit. Not all young girls do it, but look at TikTok, bro, right now. That's what I'm talking about. The feminist energy that be exuded. It's not okay. Again, because at the end of the day, bro, you missing out on parts of you. And that's it. I'm not saying things always have to be permanent, so that's why I have to take it and leave it as that. It's not permanent, but it's still a part of me that I wish would have been different. Same thing with my ex-girlfriend from a long time. Same thing with like old friends. Same thing with my fucking parents. I just wish things could have been different ways. But because I'm okay with having that wish and it not ever coming true, I can look at all the rest of the 9 pentacles. And hopefully somebody can bring me their little pentacle, and then we got the 10 together. But that's the cool thing, man. It ain't up to me though, so I gotta learn how to just be that classroom, holding space for classroom kids year after years, teacher after teachers, classroom design after classroom design, and guess what? All I gotta do is sit there and be the classroom. So, again, don't continue to dwell on the things in the past. Unify yourself and become that. Again, at least in one way or another. Because hopefully you'll find a new way and another way to do it at a different point in time. So, let's get our overall energy. What's our overall energy for today? Obviously, this card has been shown so much. But what's our overall energy for today? The World card. Love this card, man. So, the World card here, right? Here's the World card, similar to the Wheel of Fortune. But please note, this is Scorpio, this is Aquarius, that is Taurus, that's Leo. And the World card, they're at the corners. That means something has shifted like this, okay? The reason why I'm bringing that into point is because in the Wheel of Fortune, these same fixed signs are vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. In the world, that's in the Wheel of Fortune. In the World card, though, you see that they're at this vertical line, or this diagonal, these diagonals. This card represents c squared inside of math classes. This is your hypotenuse. So when you're in the World card, you are looking at seeing things from a new point of view. And it's the same shit. Again, we just went from the center to the angle now. That's it. So because we made that cross or that change, you have to see this as that and that as this. And that's the case. Again, because they would just be over here and it'd be the same things. But we're not linear anymore. When you're at a diagonal, you got to understand just because it looks like a straight line, it is not. It's a cyclical looping because you have what is called c squared. It's 2 of them. You got that way and that way. So this is the concept of going from Algebra 1 into Algebra 2. Things move at twice the rate in Algebra 2. Things move at a single rate at Algebra 1 or a doubled rate, which is the whole point of them using what we call the slope equation. The slope equation, or the rate, it measures the rate of change. So how much is the x-axis changing relative to the y-axis? How much is this side changing relative to this side, right? And then you get into what we call Pythagoras theorem, which says, oh, I can start going and making triangles, right? And I can make these triangles of this side and this side on the left, and then on this side and this side, but on the right. So there's 2 different ways to view that diagonal, which is why you get into Algebra 2. It's 2 up the top, 2 at the bottom, 2 on the side, 2 on this side. The same 4 spaces that you will have in Algebra 1, but all of those spaces move at twice the rate now. Dualities. So again, this is the math of the realities that you should have learned already. But I'm showing you through the world card because this is clear that in this card here, we're doing things twice. So again, if you do things twice, you can only do it at half the amount. If I'm looking for the prettiest girl in the world, but I also wanted to be looking for the smartest girl in the world, you can't get the prettiest and the smartest at the same time. You can't. You can't have the most emotionally sound woman and the most financially sound woman at the same time. Two MCs can't occupy the same space at the same time. It's against the laws of physics. You can't be the same thing as two different things. You can't. But what you can be is parts of each other. And so I might not get the smartest girl, I might not get the prettiest girl, but I might have a range in between that works for me. I might not have the girl with the most finances, but I might not have the girl with the most emotional security, but I like the balance that she got in between. That is what the world card is. It's allowing us to step into a new balance, into a new world, because the world is the same no matter which world you go. It's just you that makes the world different everywhere you go. Put that over there because, our titties are showing. So hopefully they can't really see it. Okay, give me some more. Give me 3 cards, actually. Give us 3 cards about this situation. What's the low, medium, and high on this energy? What's the low, medium, and the high on this energy? Okay. The low, medium, the high. Perfect. So as you're stepping into this new world, like I'm saying, with me trying to find a new job and a new career and a new way to express myself, keep myself fully and wholly balanced, the low side of me is just collaborating with people. Just finding a job, just finding the people. Again, it's not a bad thing. We're not talking about good and bads in here. We're talking about the low, medium, and high. The lowest thing I can do, or the easiest thing I can do, is just step into a job and collab with these people and be great and, have fun. I don't mind doing that. I actually want to do that on a part-time level. That's what I've been wanting to do. So again, me just needed to give myself some kind of low-level energy. That would be just working a job right now part-time, and that would be cool. I'll have a place to go. I'll have information. I'll have guaranteed money coming in. And at the end of the day, I can probably get a little bit more money and then stabilize my current situation. Medium energy say, don't matter. I got the high ground, so no matter what I choose to do or don't do, I'm going to be in a good position, which I have. I've been mostly in this energy, trying to move into this energy, but more so, I'm trying to see that I'm already in this energy, just not from the wealth point of view or the financial wealth point of view, but from all the other areas and parts of me. So, again, this is really where I'm at. But this is where my mindset is at, and this is where my fire energy is at. My low energy, my survival heart chakra root chakra kind of vibe is like, just go do something. But my high energy was like, you've already done it all. All you need to do is just unionize with yourself. And it's crazy because Kaylin says that all the time. Just get into alignment is what all of our manifestor coaches and teachers say. Get into alignment. Step into your vortex. Abraham Hicks, right? These are things that we know, but it's like it's hard to see by yourself. But here this is a good old average energy. Doesn't matter where you at, I'm good. I have been good. Even my mindset's been pretty good. Even when things come up against me, I've still been pretty good. I just, again, like with the security guards and the people who don't understand fucking business, which is vendors versus consumers versus B2B interactions versus B2C interactions. People just don't understand that. So because I got the higher ground, I can continue to try to unionize with myself and not just go and get a job to collab with people because, again, I'm going to just end up in this energy anyway. So I'm looking at trying to do half of something and half of something else to create one thing in a single direction. You can't ride your brake and you can't ride your gas at the same time unless you want to do a specific something called like making a donut. So again, it might be irrelevant to all places, but it still was relevant to a single place. So let's get more. And I'm liking the color scheme on all of these. All of these says it's light-hearted mental energies. Light-hearted mental energies. Again, I know these are cups. I know this is a rod. I know this is a major. But what I'm saying that is these are the energies that influence our mindset. All things can influence your mind. All things can make you mad. Whether you didn't get all the money in your paycheck, that might piss you off. So why is that physical thing connected to the emotional thing? You got to start to see it that way. So let us get a little bit more. Let me get a clarify for each. Clarify each of these. Empress. It's funny because in my mind I was like, it'll be funny if all of these cards just would clarify with the same suits. That's so funny. That's the same fucking card, bro. Alright, so let's start over here with this high side. We're tempering, so this is the same energy as that, the same energy as that, same energy as that. These are all the same energies right here. That's so crazy because what these same energies are referring to are the changes between duality. The fact that we have this card here, again, we're not looking at it this way, we're looking at it from that way. That shows me that we're really dealing with the balancing or the tempering of two different energies. So I think two different energies are coming together on this high vibe timeline. This high vibe timeline says that our energies of the old or the low are coming up with the high. So it's like the collaborative efforts of who you used to be in the past. You're now just collaborating with yourself to move forward into a new future's past moment. Again, just a past inside of the future. When I'm 34, turning 35. That's in the future, but I'm 34, turning a new age. Again, making that 34-year-old version of me the past, even if I haven't reached that state yet. Future past moment. Here we have stability in all ways. This is my 100% dual card. It's the reason why you're stable is because no matter which way you look at it, it's always a balance of two. Always, always, always. Even if you split into thirds, you still got a third over here and a third over there. So it is cool as fuck to me that these things are coming out because this is your medium energy, your average energy. The energy that's saying that doesn't matter, we are still stable and we're good. Because again, I got a car, I got my vehicle, even though I need to do other things like get my insurance back and get registered because that shit's about to expire. It's going to be bad if those things don't happen, but so I'll be dependent on this. But then I got to work so I can pay my phone bill. So it's just like, it's tough to fight all of these things, right? For me, because I still got less money, but I got less bills is what I mean, but I have less money now. Which is why I'm hoping that if I get like one of these jobs I'm applying to over here, that I can have more money with less responsibilities. And then that's step one of all rich people. Lower your expenses and increase your income. I know. But it's hard to do that when you're in places that drain your energy, that makes you want to spend your money on shit to make you feel better so you can continue to do the job. So now you still have no money. So let's see what this hidden card was. Exactly. I can't go back and get a job because it's just going to put me in a bad negative state. Why? Because most jobs, again, it just creates envy. So I got to learn how to be on the move. At least me. So for you, maybe your energetic state is just like You can't keep doing what you've been doing because you know it just puts you in a death state. This is a story, but with this story again, this is a story that can come to life through what we call self-sabotage. This is a story that can come to life in the form of a mental health disorder, a mental health breakdown. This is real. Again, but it's through the mind. So think mental health when you see this card. Think mental health in the sense of it hurting people, harming people, causing them to go drink, causing them to be addicted to certain things, certain behaviors, certain lifestyles. This is the manifestation of a part of you that's dying in the mental world. Again, I used to go to my jobs again, and I would drink afterwards because I used to hate the fact that I had to deal with people I know who was jealous and envious of me. I had to hate the fact that when I was around shitty fucking people, I was doing drugs, but then they were blaming me as the one bringing the drugs. I don't even know nobody. I learned this dude from you. But again, those were the health problems that are associated with cards like this. Addiction, okay, mental health disorder, emotional disorders, breakdowns. Okay, again, it's not a knife coming and stabbing you. It's the mental pressures, it's the psychologies of life that are fucking killing you. And so in the low vibe energy, collaborating with people is killing you in a certain way. Collaboration with people is hurting you in a certain way. Maybe it's the people themselves. Don't know yet. But here, this is all you all the time. All these energies are you. But you also have areas where you're standing up and you're strong. You got areas in your life where you're not with these people getting broken down and hurt and killed and, all mentally busted up and emotionally distraught. No, there's areas where you stand your ground against all things and nothing can stop you or shape you. You are like the motherfucking master in this energy in somewhere. So obviously, we got to take this energy and apply it to this area. But then, because you're here, you're also here. But what is also here? You understanding the balance of yourself. So as you're reaching this union, it's not about unionizing not just with the positives, but you're also learning to be more unionized with this negative part of you too. So it's not about saying you're low vibe. It's not about saying these people are low vibe. It's about seeing what attracts me to these people because we all got low vibes. Vibration is just an expression. It's just an adjective. Where am I vibrating low? That is where this card is coming into because now instead of just saying it's either here, 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 or here, I can now give myself 8 different ways. And this is the concept, again, when I'm telling you guys about how the Emperor and the Empress is 8 parts put into one, I'm going to go find it right now. It's the point of you understanding that it is dual, it's twofold. It's up, down, left, right. You got northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast. All the directions, like in the sun card. You see how the sun card is radiating in up, left and right, but also diagonals? Then you got different layers of those diagonals. Again, it's really, really, really just looking at the realities that we have. So no more examples. Okay. In this card, in this deck, they're pretty much in the same position. But what you got to see is this. That's what you got to see. These two over here can come together to make something new going this way. These two can come together to make something going that way. These two can come together, make something go that way. These two come together and make something go that way. Take a look. Take a look. So again, those 8 pathways, 8 trigrams, these 64 tetratrigrams, These are things that I'm saying that you can look up, but I'm saying these things because those things still come together chaotically to express as a single entity. And that entity is still dual. So all of your negative energy, your devil energy, is you're learning how to manage it in the masculine state and the feminine state. And once you learn how to manage both of those things, then you can unionize with yourself as a whole being. It's the same people. It's the same people. The only difference is this is an angel, that's an angel. This is the angel of the fucking lower levels, is what we would say, right? It's not. It's time, bro. Time is the devil. The time is the Grim Reaper. Everyone has a time frame. That's why the movie, I forgot what it's called, where everybody can see how much time they got and they like buy things with their time. It's tight. Great concept. But what I'm saying about this is the time frames of you being indifferent to your own selves and the positive and negative, and the positive and negative is ending. Those things is ending because we got new opportunity in the world. Put the world card back in here. There it is. So our new world is being tempered by being able to temper ourselves. Give me one more for each of these. One more on top of each of these. It's funny that all of those came on. Same. I love this. Bro. Oh my gosh. So, looking at this, again, going deep here always. I'm the deep guy because we're going through scales. This is just showing you, bro, that your small opportunities that you've been taking, you know what it will end up as. You can see the fish in the cup. But if there's a fish in the cup, then you already know that there's not a fish in other cups, which says that you can go and you can do this, but you know what it's going to end up as. But here it says there are certain things that we already know that'll end up as what they are. Let me just carry these burdens because I can. And guess what? It's not a problem because it's making you keep the high ground. So the fact that you can hold your tongue in a job and keep that job, that's leading you to victory. Again, because you wanna lash out on your boss, but you already in union with yourself, like all those stick character animated sceneries with Veronica. I'm sure we've heard about Veronica now standing up for the people at the workplace. Veronica is helping everybody. That is what this energy is coming in as. We are knowing how to step into the world, knowing that the world is going to try to beat you down, knowing the world is going to try to connive you, it's going to damage you in some kind of way. You already know that, especially when you got to work with people. Because when you work with people, you still got to have categories and differentiations. Somebody good, somebody bad, and somebody in the middle. It's always going to be a situation where you're balancing these energies out. But if you can keep in mind that you always have the high ground because you're stable in all ways within your own energies to enact, whether that's to be a positive in action, a negative in action, a reaction of either one, you know you can carry those burdens and you're okay to do so. You're strong. You're trying to get things done. I don't like to see this as just a bad card of carrying burdens because, again, I go to the gym and I used to carry around heavy-ass sandbags just to do what? Carry that bitch to the other side. So when we're talking about the Ten of Wands, we got to see it more so of us being responsible for a lot of things. And why will we even be responsible for a lot of things? It's because we've grown. You've grown. But then on this side, it says we're already victorious over the things that we've grown over. So I don't know if it's about, again, Kaylin is popping up again in my mind. She's saying it's just certain people have certain blockages that are deeper than others, so it takes more time. I just think that it's taking me at least more time to really let the money flow in. I think that's just my only issue right now because, again, I'm high value in a lot of places. But until a part of me can like completely be okay with that, Again, I'm still going to be enacting some of this devil energy, but it doesn't matter how I enact the devil energy because guess what? It's victory nonetheless. It's always a victory. It's always a victory. So whether I drink and I do something that I regret in the morning, I actually don't have the regrets outside of the spending of the money. But if I go out and I go to a bar, Caesar's Palace, like I did, and I go to the bar to drink, right, and to gamble, both devilish things, right? I met wonderful people there, two great people, and then another third person who introduced me to his wife and her mom after. Great victory. So I have to mentally change and see that as a victory. Just like the other day when I told you I did some low vibe stuff. Yeah, but guess what? I haven't sung like that in a long time, so I just played a bunch of Brandon Jamal songs and listened to his new little mixtape, and guess what? That shit was tight. And then, guess what? I woke up and I was like, damn, bro, that was a crazy party. Just me sitting in the fucking parking lot, blasting music, singing, drinking, and smoking. I don't do that shit all the time like that, bro. And so guess what? Still woke up with a new, fresh mindset, and I was happy. Had a dream, was able to take that and do more and let it process old emotions. Came up through the physical action of singing and enjoying myself. Did some little working out. I was dancing and shit out there. I was just enjoying the energies. Why? Because the day before, I spent money on not the same exact thing, but in a different way. There was no alcohol there. It was just me spending money. So the spending of the money is the devil card for me, but I've unionized with myself well enough to know that I still have victory. Just like when I'm here doing this reading in my car, it's super windy outside. I can let the wind come through and it can be nice. But again, the cards will probably be flying away. So I'm sitting here with the air on, but it's wasting gas. I'm watching the gas go down. So it's like, damn, there's always going to be a devil in your life, just like it's always going to be some bullshit ass kid in one of your classrooms. I don't care if you got a great classroom. There's always going to be one who want to be defiant, who don't want to do their homework, who don't want to do this, that. Is always going to be some energy in there. It needs that though. Again, we got to have a balance in every approach. And that is the idea of this card. I can balance up here, and then I can turn it this way, and they can balance. That is the algebra 2 aspect. It's always dual. It's always a double. It's always new. It's always more. We got to know that is the case. So guess what? When you're taking on more burdens, like I have more burdens, in certain areas of where I should do, where I should go. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to slow down and let things come to me. So instead of just like running to work or and do things, I need to like run to this computer and promote things. Those are different approaches, points of views. But do I still gotta have a job? Yes, in some kind of way. And am I gonna love everything about it? No. Again, I love doing what I'm doing right now. But do you think I wish I had way more money doing what I'm doing? Yes. Do you think I wish I can I'm in these stores already. You think I can just be the branding manager, understanding the analytics behind the places that I'm already at? I got the brain power, got the degrees, I got the practice with my own self. I got it all, but I just don't have an outlet. You think that hurts me, makes me feel bad? Yes, but it's not going to destroy me to the point to where I'm going to let it be the end. I'm going to take these 10 swords, bro, and I'm just going to see them as 10 opportunities or 10 responsibilities that I already got the high ground standing over. I already can handle all of these things that can destroy me. Even if it's a group of people. Again, this will be like me doing a 3-order batch. And I don't like doing those because, again, it's a lot of people, especially when they don't want to communicate. So guess what? I just communicate differently. But sometimes it makes me want to go and drink still, bro. So it's like, okay, I'm starting to see that no matter what, I'm accepting that there's going to always be something that wants to try to harm me. This is the idea of us living a life of danger. But no, It's only dangerous when you don't understand your own power and position within that area and environment. So I don't, again, to temper my emotions as that fiery king of wands, going from place to place, talking to people, knowing I'm in control, I can choose to entertain certain people who don't know shit, or I can choose to not. And I did not choose to entertain certain people. Again, I chose to entertain that guy at 7-Eleven. That's the first time I blew up on a person in a very long time. So, again, now I've been tempering that moment. And all of these other moments that could be worse, man, whatever. I'm tempered. Again, it's not going to destroy me. It's not going to cause me any mental anguish, anxiety, or pain, or nothing. Even though that moment didn't really do it, it's just the fact that I wasted my energy. I was there. I enacted the thing. So again, that is the part that, man, that wasn't a good look. But in reality, that was a good look. And then I felt comfortable and I made my report and I did all the things I needed to do. So now it's just victory over that devil. All right, let me get an in-betweener for each, and then we'll get our final message. Let me get an in-betweener for each. In-betweener. This is a transition card. How do I go from here's energy to this energy to that, which means I can go in between any of these phases, which doesn't happen on a linear pathway, people. Again, it's going to be shown as linear, but it's happening in what we call waves. I love teaching this in chemistry, man. I love teaching that part of chemistry. Phase changes of endothermic and exothermic reactions. In other words, it's Newton's second law, or you can take the whole class called thermodynamics. But energy exchanges between things happen twofold, and I love that shit. Thermodynamics. What's our in-betweener? So our in-between cards is telling me that these things go for each. It's this here and it's this here. That's what this is telling me. So no matter where you go, to go from this to this to this, or any kind of which way in between, you have to make the judgment on the things that you worked hard on and know that you're the emperor. In other words, know that you have a divine confidence. That's it. I know that seems pretty simple, but divine confidence on what you've known you worked on. That's the case. You're not going to tell me I cannot fucking pass this test when I know I've studied for fucking 8 hours for the last 3 weeks for this fucking test. I know it all. So again, when people try to cast judgments, oh, you always do bad on these tests. Oh, you never can last at a job. Oh, you always switching roles and positions. Bitch, no, that's just because I've been working on being at the top dog position, which needs to not just do one thing, needs to be able to do multiple things, like the CEO at any company, like the manager at any company, like the leader of any own private organization. You need to be multi-talented. You can't be a specialist in one thing in this situation, even though you can help out the special department that you're good in. I can be a CEO. I can be a superintendent. But I also need to understand that those are things that make me a multitude, but I still got to that position in a certain way. So yes, I might still be really good at marketing and strategy. I might be really good at finances and accounting, even though I'm the CFO. These are important things to understand because judgments are always going to happen to us, whether you're at the job, whether you're trying to find a job, whether you're at the home, whether you're trying to find a new home. No matter which way you go, no matter where your energy is, whether it's medium, high, or low, you are going to be judged. That's what this low energy is saying. Why? Because there's always a part of you that's just not there yet. That's the whole point of us growing. So as we're judging ourselves for being good and bad at situations, we got to have confidence knowing that we're good in all these other places. And then we got to exude that energy because we know we are on a throne of all the things that we're good at, all the things that we're bad at. We are not sitting here as one thing. We got the yellows and the red, the yellow and the red. We are okay with alternatives. Again, Judgment Angel is my Temperance Angel. The Temperance Angel is my Two Cups Angel. Look at the wings, the wings. They're the same people bringing in the same vibes. Guess what? All of these things tell us everything is divine. But if you see things as devil-like, you got to understand that it's devil-like for a divine reason. And it's up to you to decide what that divine reason is. Because again, yelling at a 7-Eleven dude, I'm never going back there, but it does make me think, was it this one, was it that one when I'm over on that side of town? Then it also thinks of, was he trying to find me? Did he get fired? Should I go apologize? Those are thoughts that come in my head with the story, but I'll just carry them because I know I'm already going to win. I'm confident enough to say, yes, I did what I needed to do. And I'm okay with what I did. And let's move on. And that's even that's learned from the people who tried to kill me. Well, they had the right to do what the fuck they wanted to do, bro. Fuck it. That's not going to kill me anymore. They already tried. Guess what? Could they try harder? Could they try in a different way? Possibly, but again, they don't understand that they got responsibilities and burdens too. They don't understand that I'm in this divine energy and other people are as well. And so this is the idea of don't fuck with people because you never know when like what they got going on in their lives. That person might be looking for a fight. Like I was looking for somebody to break. I was ready to fight. I was ready to express all my devil energy, all the pain of people in the past just fucking me over and doing shit who I just, again, all the poor problems that's created this. Oh, you are about to be my punching bag. Shit. That's the energy that we have to be okay with. Because again, if people are okay with doing certain things towards you, you got to say, damn, that's like a classroom, and this classroom is so bad. You're the classroom, again, the actual building, and these kids are like throwing pizza and shit on your wall, on you, and permanent marker, and punching holes, or, writing dicks and shit on there, on your walls, or breaking your tiles, or throwing gum underneath places. Again, no care about you as the classroom, whatsoever, I mean. But at the end of the day, did you do your job as the classroom? Yeah. Did somebody come and clean up after these punk ass kids? Yeah. Did somebody give you a little bit of love? Yeah. Was it the people who caused the problems? Nah. But somebody came in, some different energy came in, some new environment was presented. Maybe it was the kids from the next year. And they never ever did anything like that to you. And they actually cleaned up all your baseboards and they repainted you and they did so much thing for this classroom. Again, that is the mindset we need to carry as we're going through life. That's the high vibe energy that we can always carry, that I'm always victorious. Even if you're not at that high vibe energy, just say, I'm strong enough to carry my responsibilities. And guess what? And even if you're in a low vibe energy, just say, I always have a new opportunity to change. You can change out that cup. You know this cup is never stagnant because there's just fish swimming in there. The water is never still. So it can never be debauched or contaminated outside of it being a fish in the cup. That just shows you that there's an opportunity always. Always in the emotions, because all emotions go up, which means they can go down. And through it all, as I'm going from place to place, just have the divine confidence to know that you're working on different areas of yourself, and it's judgment of the divine that allows you to confidently work in your divinity. In other words, you're guided to make these changes. You're guided to take these actions, and you're guided to work on if those actions was appropriate or not. But you're accepting of all of the outcomes of those things because you're the emperor. The emperor can't make all of the kingdom happy. Sometimes you're going to have civil unrest in other places, and other places, and other times you will not. It'll be peaceful. Sometimes you got to raise taxes in certain places. Sometimes you don't. You got to lower them. It does not matter. What we understand now, again, is the time frames of us being able to change. Changing all of this debauchery. So, what's our final message? What's our final message? So the Sun card, that was so beautiful. And the Wealth card, and it's in reverse. I gotta put all of these in the upright. I don't never keep my cards in reverse, man. And even if I did, like I saw with this one here, yeah, I would never accept it as that. It's an upright card first, always. So energy only goes one way. And you have to see that it is being exchanged in a specific way, which means you're perceiving it in a certain way. And that is what makes it look like it is in reverse. It's an illusion. All right, so what's our final message? The moon. Oh, moon with lust. Huh. With the sun at the bottom. So, by you stepping into the world, so let me say what I'm doing first, because that's what it's telling me to say. So, what I'm bringing to the world is I'm removing the lustful, subconscious parts of the mind towards the world. I was wondering why I was ranting so deeply about all of this stuff. This is like a 2.5 hour reading again, long ones, but the idea is that I'm bringing this energy to the world. So by us taking these ideas of what I'm talking about, again, everything is twofold, dualfold. We're allowing ourselves to find the lust or the strength over the lust, over the subconscious mind, over the devil, over the things that are hidden, because there's always something hidden. It's not about trying to eradicate that. Again, you can't eradicate your lust. This is the strength card, by the way. You can't eradicate your lust. You just have to have strength over it. Again, you can't drink every day just because you want to. Have the strength to drink 6 out of the 7 days, bro. That one day might be hard as fuck. That's okay. Have the power to not fuck every fucking person you meet at the bar. That's okay. Why? Because guess what? Going home and sleeping with somebody because you single and you can, nobody's going to stop you. Only your own mentality is going to stop you in the future. Have the strength to say, maybe 3 dudes, maybe 3 chicks. Not one brand new person every fucking day. Have the mentality to say, I can't spend all my money and I can't save all my money. So find out ways to spend your money, because you got to just spend it. Again, don't spend it on things that just you can consume and go about your day with. Try to maybe spend it on something that will give you some money back. You have to uncover these things, and you can't just uncover one part. You got to uncover the 2, and then you got to see that 2 things twice. 2 of Cups over here as the man, 2 of Cups over here as the woman, and then you got the 2 of Cups coming in union. You got to see. Once you can see those things, once you can see where you need to find your strength over, again, knowing that you're still going to lust after it. Like, I just want these 2 women. And guess what? Society would say I should only want one. But one I have an emotional, spiritual tie towards. The other one I have a physical, deep physical attraction to. And then I got the memories of the girls in the past who I'm still attracted to and I would love to lust over. But then a part of me, I already have strength over to say, I could never. Sorry, sounded bad. But that's how it would be. Because again, the interactions or the current lives, no. We have to be okay with those energies within us. We got to accept them. And once you can accept them fully, again, even if you're waiting on other people to accept it too, you can still accept the fact that you're victorious nonetheless, either way. Just like in my dream, man. Again, this is the sun exuding in all fucking angles. All angles. But you see how they're slightly curving? This is called a sine wave, man. It's called a sine wave. It's giving you a sign. But the sign comes in two folds. You got a up, down, left, right, and a up, down, left, right. And you got a up, a down, a left, and a right. All of those things together in one package. So then you got to repeat that same thing here, 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 and here. These are the expressions of what we call the zodiac signs. This is the expression of these zodiac signs being fixated, but in different positions. This is the concept of the sun being the happiest card, because the sun can go through any zodiac sign and still be itself, still bring happiness, still bring growth, still bring love, and still bring drought, and still bring pain, and still bring floods, and still do all of those things, but it depends on this person and the makeup around it. Yes, the sun will create a flood while at the same time creating a drought. You gotta understand that it can also create the perfect amount of water in a place called the tropics. You have to know that you can do anything anywhere. You can do it. But the moon card coming out with the sun card tells us that strength is what is in between. But with strength comes with the opposite of strength, or the weaknesses that will make you have to be strong. There's a reason why you got to be strong. It's all embedded within the same card. So as you have your lust, you have strengths with that. And as you have your strengths, you have your weaknesses, or the things that will make you weak, or your things that you lust after, in the same tone. So again, if I have to give myself an example in regards to this job thing, I'm lusting after a position that will allow me to live like I'm doing, with a mindset that says I'm more comfortable. Why? Just because I'm lusting to spend money. That's it. Because that part of me makes me feel good when I can spend money. It makes me feel luxurious. It makes me feel like I bring luxuries to people. Like when I spent the $25 to ride a 20-second fucking ride. Well, it was 20 seconds. It took 45 seconds to click up the goddamn ramp. And then I screamed for probably about about maybe 3 minutes. 25 minutes or $25 for like 3 minutes. But I can say that, or I can say, here's a new perspective. Here's a new perspective. And I spent time walking, so I got my steps in. Got some health in, right? I got approached by a couple of like sex workers and shit. The girls would be wearing like the fan flowers and shit, dressed up with their cheeks and ass and titties and shit out, taking pictures with people, saying, come to the strip club. That's what I mean by sex worker. Anyways, they're approaching me, trying to get me to hang out with them and stuff. I got drunk people bumping into me, not knowing that they fucking walking into people. I spent money. But then I made people laugh. I made people smile. I had good fun times, good conversations. I have great memories. I got people admiring me who don't even fucking know me. I even went on an adventure, got lost, and had to do extra exercise, right? And still have the confidence to know that I was able to get myself to where I needed to be. And here I am. Even when the thoughts is coming up saying, damn, I might get told or whatever. All of those things that tried to make me fail. Nope. I was able to succeed and turn that situation into what I needed to be. I saw it as the sun, even when there was lustful negative energies coming out of me, like, you need to hurry up, you should start running, your car is going to be gone. Guess what? That would really suck, but at the end of the day, I had to confirm to myself, well, man, maybe that's supposed to happen, but it's unlikely for it to happen, because they don't know if I'm shopping or not. And then I did park in this parking lot, and I went into the store first. So they can't say I never went into the store. And then before I even came back to the car, I went back to the store. Because again, I just walked like 4 fucking miles. I was tired. So I got something to drink. Car was still there, no problem. And then I was thinking about the bad thing that could go even if the car didn't get taken, kind of vibe. It's just all the things that would come up from the subconscious mind. Again, I'm not treating it none of it as anything bad. It's just a new way to be confident in my divinity. And that divinity comes from understanding that I have these lustful thoughts who want to bring me down, make me want to fucking have emotional issues, anxiety issues, mental health issues. But guess what? I know I can take a little cup with some changes in there, and I can change it up by calling judgment on the things that I've been working and growing on that I know I'm the emperor over. And so when those negative thoughts come up and they say, oh, what if somebody breaks in your car and takes your equipment? Well, guess what? Then I'll have less equipment and I gotta find a new way to do what I've been doing. Yay! Now I'm in a new spot. I'm proud of me. I'm not judging me, and I'm treating myself as the way I should be. With the utmost respect. And that's what is leading us to all of these victories. All of these victories over the things that you can say to yourself, over the things that you can say to your masculine self, over the things you can say to your feminine devil self. You have both of those cups together as one. In the negative side, you have those things in the positive side, but you're victorious either way. So, I appreciate y'all for being here for this. Even if I have to clear up space and keep going, we'll see which one's recorded or not, but be the sun in your life. Be that dualistic person who is confident no matter where you are. And make sure you exude your confidence through your divinity. Good luck to you all. I appreciate y'all. And with that being said, I gotta clean that up. With that being said, peace.